Man, oh man. So Lahaina in Maui got devastated by the wildfires, and it's just like they just pretty much just wiped out the entire place. But let's get real, guys. These fires, they were no joke. They pretty much just burn down whatever they feel like, and they've left some parts of the island totally untouched, which is very ironic. It's very suspicious. And Oprah Winfrey, she pretty much went and bought up acres, hundreds of acres, actually thousands of acres up in the countryside. And it makes you wonder how those acres of Oprah Winfrey's properties, her real estate in Maui, managed to go untouched.
Oprah Winfrey recently bought hundreds of acres of ag land in upcountry.
What's also interesting is how many other celebrities own property, real estate, land, housing investments out in the Maui area, and they managed to be untouched as well. And, you know, it's becoming a topic of conversation, and some are even calling for the investigation of what is actually behind these fires. Were these fires truly started by just simple, brush fires that escalated into something much, much more, or is there something else behind this? And we're going to explore a lot of this in this video here today. But yeah, and they're trying to also convince us that there's this big climate crisis. So it's kind of like a combination of the two. But yeah, so, it's your favorite big, Hollywood big shot Oprah. And she's allegedly up to her old tricks again. So brace yourselves, guys. Oprah, yes, Oprah is stirring up a real storm with the whole gossip mill here. And, what's everybody talking about this time? Well, the thing is there's some whispering going on that she may have something to do with, using the poor people affected by the recent Maui fire to get even more rich and more famous. I don't know if I buy it, but we're gonna discuss more about this in this video. It's kind of like something out of a Hollywood movie, and we're hearing more and more coming out of Hollywood. But unfortunately, this time Oprah is playing the star role in this particular scene here. So here's the deal. So basically, a fire tore through Lahaina, and it looks like Oprah may have seen an opportunity to get a little bit of attention. And I guess it's better than what President Biden was willing to do. Can you guys believe what President Biden had to say about the devastation and the loss of lives lost in the Maui fires?
Will you come talk about the Hawaii response, Mr. President?
I mean, I guess the people of Maui just aren't that big of a deal to President Biden. But maybe he'll care a little bit more as we move closer to the election time, huh? But by the way, if you guys are enjoying the content, please drop a like for the video, and let me know by dropping a like for the video that you're enjoying the content, and also consider subscribing to the channel. But anyway, so Oprah, she's got this massive 1,000-acre spot in Maui, and people are talking about how she's just always hopping around the islands. She's practically a local celebrity. But cameras basically caught her being all super kind and extra caring at a local shelter for people who had basically who survived the fire and had to evacuate. But of course, there's more. So she went a little step further and pretty much showed up with her own camera crew from CBS at another shelter. But then things got a little bit wild when reports came out that Oprah and her crew pretty much got turned away. And this caused this big mess in the media. Even Maui County jumped in on Facebook, basically, saying thanks to Oprah for following the rules and for not making things worse. Some people are saying good for her, but other people are pretty much calling her out for trying to grab the spotlight. You guys let me know what you think. Do you think Oprah was being genuine when trying to help the people of Maui, or was it just a PR opportunity for her? You guys can let me know in the comment section down below. I'm trying to be optimistic. I would like to think that, Oprah did it from the kindness of her heart and because she legitimately cares. Now, Oprah's in the middle of this big scandal now. So people are saying that, she might be setting things up to pretty much make a big show for the cameras. So here's the deal. So while the wildfire was tearing things up, Oprah's huge property somehow stayed safe. And this has got a lot of people talking here. And so, there's this guy, Nicholas Vinamine. I'm not really sure how to pronounce his last name, but he's a journalist, and he's guessing that Oprah and maybe some of her rich friends are using the whole thing to get more land, to acquire more real estate. Many homeowners in the Lahaina, Maui area are just unwilling to sell property. And so what better way to get people out of the properties that, that they might want to buy for their own personal use, maybe to build hotels and other investment properties on this very, very valuable real estate and very limited real estate on the Maui Island in Hawaii than to smoke them out. And this is a theory that's kind of floating around, but it's really an interesting one. Now, if you go back to 2017, there was another big fire near Oprah's large, uber, fancy Montesino mansion. But guess what? Somehow her place didn't get hurt. And it's not the only time. So her properties always seem to come out untouched. And, maybe she's just, blessed like that. And this could certainly be the case. But it's kind of weird. And fans are kind of scratching their heads now. And they're just thinking, there might be some more things going on here. You got people like Will Smith, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Morgan Freeman, Julia Roberts, Lady Gaga. And, just like Oprah, none of these people's places were damaged in the fires either. It's just kind of like they're all kind of a part of this secret club that managed to make it out unscathed. Now, I'm pretty sure, or at least I hope that, the owners of the properties in Maui were insured by, homeowners insurance. And I'm truly hopeful that, that their homeowners insurance covers fire damage to property through fire and whatnot. Anyway, so this one writer, he dug in deeper, connecting the dots between Hawaii's Senator Brian Schatz, who's, and on top of that, those very fancy Hollywood people that we just spoke about, people are throwing out accusations left and right, basically saying that these super rich billionaires are taking advantage of this disaster to pretty much grab up some land. And, they're using this Maui fire to snatch up a ton of property, real estate, land that otherwise wouldn't be for sale. Maybe even making history with, one of the biggest land grabs ever for all we know. And, while people are pretty much getting all riled up, Oprah's, trying to smooth things over by ultimately thinking about giving a big pile of money to the people who were hit by the fire.
And at some point, I will make a major donation after all of the smoke and ashes have settled here and we figure out what the rebuilding is going to look like. This is going to be a long and difficult process.
So it's kind of hard to be mad at someone who appears to be trying to help the people of Maui who were negatively impacted by this. But at the same time, it definitely seems a little bit suspicious. I'm just going to say that. Now, Matt Wallace, he actually shared some crazy stats here on his Twitter. And he basically laid out how Oprah has been buying up land in Maui like crazy. 520 acre plot for $3.89 million in 2023. That's a lot of acreage. 330 acres for $2.47 million in 2023. Two 10-acre swaths of land for $100,000 each in 2022. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. 520 acres of land in 2023, that's a good deal for real estate. I mean, that's a lot of acreage for that money. In the last few years, he goes on to say in the last few years, she's gone from about 100 acres of land in Maui to over 1,000 acres. Then all of a sudden, a fire comes out of nowhere and destroys many homes near hers, but her land remains untouched. Sound familiar? In 2017, an extremely deadly fire destroyed many homes near Oprah's Montesino mansion, but her property remained untouched. After 2017, Oprah continued expanding her land in Montesino to over 70 acres. That was 70 acres, not 17, including buying a 4-acre complex in 2019 that was destroyed by a mudslide only a few weeks after the 2017 fire. Wake up. So that's Matt Wallace's take, at least what he posted on Twitter. But here's the deal, guys. Some folks, they're not sure if Oprah's help is the real deal or if it's just a show. Is she just pretending? Is she trying to put on a good face? Is this a PR stunt? I'm not here to judge. I want you guys to let me know what you think. Now, with all the questions that are floating around, one thing is clear, though. Oprah and her billionaire pals, they might end up getting something good out of this disaster. Now, I like to stay optimistic and think that good things do come, even though there are bad or negative circumstances. But simple fact of the matter is that some good may come out of this. And it's like they're pretty much finding a silver lining in their bank accounts. And while everybody's pretty much talking, there's one thing that everybody seems to agree on. Oprah seems to be right in the middle of this fire thing, and everybody's guessing what she's really up to. But again, here's the deal, guys. Some people, they're not sure if this is legit. Is this a genuine attempt to help people out, or is this a PR stunt from Oprah? Oprah is essentially, she's got the OWN network, she's got TV crews and whatnot, and she's pretty much the star of her own reality TV show. And people are not holding back on their opinions. They're basically saying that she should step out of the limelight. And, they're, just turning this recovery process into a big media circus is not helping anybody. And seeing billionaires craving media attention is not sitting well either. A lot of people basically just don't like the idea of Oprah buying up all this land, meanwhile turning the recovery process into a big show. So, that's neither here nor there. They went on and followed up to say that, she's trying to play hero. So, another person thought that it would be better if local builders got together to make new homes for people who were hit by the disaster before the rich actually swooped in and took their land. That's another one. And, after all this, hoopla, there's a lot of talk online about Oprah's huge Maui property. People are wondering if it somehow, they're wondering how it somehow escaped the fire's reach. And, over the years, Oprah has collected loads and loads of land, even spending parts of her time living on the island. And, among all these different places, there's a few standouts. She's got 2,000 acres of farmland. It's up there at like 4,000 feet high. She's got a private ranch. Then, of course, there's 870 acres of farmland spread around Kailua, stretching from the upcountry area. But just a little while back, she bought a massive 870 acre spot for $6.6 million in February. So, there's a lot of activity that does look a little suspicious. And, with the new facts that are coming to light, there's this journalist on Twitter who's sharing his thoughts on how Oprah's huge property stayed safe during the disaster. Not to mention, if you guys have seen the aerials of some of the fires, it's like, wow, did you notice the almost perfect circle of some of the fire that was captured on video from, I guess, drone footage? But that was definitely interesting. And the number of boats that actually managed to catch fire that were in the water. So that was wild. And I was also reading how many of the alert systems were damaged in the fire too. So it was like, there's a lot of weird stuff going on over there. And but you guys let me know what you think. People have been talking secretly about how strange this is that, her land didn't get burned in the 2017 fire. It's almost too lucky to believe. And it's got a lot of people wondering, if there's just more going on. They're starting to think that, maybe Oprah's turning into a real big time real estate boss, snatching up land, when it's on sale. But, that's, hey, real estate investors all have their own strategies. One person even said that the fires are not because of the climate, but because of some special energy weapons. So, there's conspiracy theories talking about possible lasers causing the fires. So, anyway, there's a lot of things going on. Another person pretty much got all like Sherlock Holmes and detective like, and they showed a picture of the of information that might be a big clue. And the picture listed how many of the top Hollywood folks, crazy rich bank accounts. You got stars like Bill Gates, Will Smith, Jeff Bezos, Morgan Freeman, and lots of other people who live in the vicinity, just like Oprah, and their houses didn't get touched by the fire either. So, it's just really interesting. But, but now, this writer, he's actually like connecting the dots between Senator Brian Schatz from Hawaii and those Hollywood VIPs. They're saying that the billionaires are basically taking advantage of the disaster to grab land and take advantage of native Hawaiians. So, again, allegation, speculation. The senator's little smile with Maui was pretty much burning. Makes people think that he might be waiting for the rich people to give him some money. He's saying that he's supporting Hawaii, but folks, they really think that he's after the cash. So, but even with all this fuss, Oprah seems to be really trying to help to make things better. And I'm going to stay optimistic. I'm going to remain on the side of, that people are genuinely good and that Oprah is actually trying to help out. So after her plan to bring in a camera, the camera crew didn't work out. She's thinking about giving away a lot of cash, a lot of money to the fire victims. She talked about it recently on the video, basically saying that, she wanted to help rebuild things after everything settles and the smoke clears. But yeah, Oprah did things her own special way and helped out some people that were affected by the fire. My thoughts and prayers go out to all the families and the victims that were displaced by the fire. And of course, all of the people and the families, friends and family and loved ones that were lost in the fires, unfortunately. It's a terrible situation. But yeah, so that's where we are now. And, let me know what you guys think. Is this planned? Is this all part of a bigger plot? Let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know if you enjoyed the video. Drop me some comments down below. Let me know what you feel like is the most viable situation in other words, let me know what you feel like has really happened here. We've thrown out a number of different scenarios, different theories. Is it a wildfire? Was it caused by lasers? Was this actually caused by, individual or group of individuals? Let me know what you guys think. Hit me up in the comment section down below. Drop a like, subscribe, and I'm going to see you guys on the next one.